Today, I will bring to you part 1 of 30 strange and mysterious occurrences that left both locals and visitors alike scratching their heads. I will divide these occurrences into 2 video parts. Of these 30, 15 unexplainable things in Canada are often talked about, but never fully understood, and will be covered in part 1 today. I can 100% guarantee that most of you watching this video today are unaware of these eerie occurrences all across Canada, and the next time when you visit one of these places, you can keep an eye out for something odd in the sky or the hotel room next to yours. From Yukon to Nova Scotia, from Banff, Alberta to Oakville, Ontario, are these ghosts or aliens or something completely different? Despite numerous attempts by experts, scientists, and paranormal investigators, the answers to these 15 mysteries remained elusive. Let's begin. Number 1. The phenomenon of the Tunguska event in 1908, where a massive explosion occurred in the remote wilderness of northern Quebec, flattening over 800 square miles of forest. To this day, no one knows exactly what caused the blast. The Tunguska event is the largest impact event on Earth in recorded history, though much larger impacts have occurred in prehistoric times. An explosion of this magnitude would be capable of destroying a large metropolitan area. It has been mentioned numerous times in popular culture and has also inspired real-world discussion of asteroid impact avoidance. Number 2. The Oak Island Money Pit, located on Nova Scotia's south shore, is said to contain a treasure hoard of immeasurable value, but despite years of excavation, no one has been able to find it. The Oak Island mystery is a series of stories of buried treasure and unexplained objects found on or near Oak Island in Nova Scotia. Since the 18th century, attempts have been made to find treasures and artifacts. Theories about artifacts present on the island range from pirate treasure to Shakespearean manuscripts to the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant, with the Grail and the Ark having been buried there by the Knights Templar. Number 3. In the early 1900s, residents of the small town of Bragg Creek in Alberta reported seeing strange lights in the sky that seemed to be watching them. These sightings were never explained and remain a mystery to this day and have occurred multiple times since then. Number 4. The phenomenon of the roaming stones in the Yukon, where large stones move by themselves, leaving behind deep grooves in the ground and no explanation for how they got there. Number 5. The mysterious disappearance of the Franklin expedition, where 2 ships and their crew vanished in the Arctic in 1845, leaving behind only cryptic notes and eerie artifacts. One of the largest search operations in history was launched as soon as Franklin's Arctic expedition vanished. Between 1847 and 1859, 32 American and British expeditions participated in the hunt for Franklin. The public's interest turned to horror, as grisly details about the expedition's untimely demise started to trickle in from these search and rescue operations. For the next 160 years, people considered the evidences and wondered what had happened to Franklin's crew members and their 2 ships. And it's not over yet. The missing ships Erebus and Terror were the focus of a new search effort by the Canadian government in 2010 that utilized cutting-edge technologies for underwater exploration. 2014 saw the successful recovery of the HMS Erebus wreck from the Queen Maud Gulf by an expedition led by Parks Canada. In the coming years, this fascinating new discovery has the potential to provide answers to numerous inquiries about the expedition. Number 6. The Quebec Sphinx is a strange rock formation located in the province of Quebec that resembles the head of an ancient Egyptian sphinx. No one knows how it got there or why it looks like it does. It's really fascinating, isn't it? Number 7. The Ghost Ship of the Great Lakes, a ship that appeared out of nowhere in the waters of Lake Ontario in the late 1800s, captivated locals with its ghostly appearance and unexplained presence. Some say the Cornelia B. Windy 8 earned the nickname the Great Lakes Ghost Ship. Not because people on other vessels see the late 19th century schooner still sailing in foggy seas on Lake Huron, but because it simply vanished one night in November 1875. Number 9. In the mid-1970s, strange lights were seen in the night sky over the town of Uxbridge, Ontario, for over a century. Despite numerous attempts to explain the lights, no one has been able to determine their origin. An eyewitness claimed, it must have been about 100 feet wide and 30 feet high in dimensions, with multicolored lights circling around its beltline. It would periodically move up and down and left and right, leaving a stardust trail on each movement. Number 10. The unexplained sounds that have been heard coming from the ground in the remote wilderness of northern Quebec, leaving locals and visitors alike with a sense of unease and fear. Eerie noises sounding like trumpets somewhere in the sky baffled residents of Dollard-des-Ormeaux, Quebec, on February 21, 2016. All the dogs in the neighborhood were going nuts because of the unexplained strange sounds. There was no wind at the time. Moreover, many other residents reported hearing the spooky sound, some for more than an hour. Number 11. Banff Springs Hotel ghost stories come in a wide range, whether you want to call them myths or legends. Like any good story, the specifics grow and change over time. The bizarre occurrences took place at the hotel in Banff, Alberta, where guests have reported being awakened by ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises, and other strange events. Should you request room 873 Banff Springs Hotel, you may be disappointed. It no longer exists. According to legend, and multiple versions exist, several people met their demise in this room. The ghastly ghost tale involves a young family and a murder-suicide scene. Of all the haunted Banff Springs Hotel tales, this one is the most gruesome. Next, number 12. The mysterious disappearance of entire communities in the northern wilderness of Quebec, where entire towns have vanished without a trace, leaving behind only eerie ruins and strange artifacts. A fur trapper stops by a well-known Inuit village in northern Canada, only to find that everyone has vanished without a trace. Further investigation reveals some unsettling findings that raise more questions than they do answers. Number 13. The strange occurrences that took place at the Hudson's Bay Company trading post in Fort McMurray, Alberta, where ghostly apparitions and unexplained sounds have been reported for years. You have probably been inside the Hudson's Bay store on Granville Street if you were a resident of Vancouver or have ever visited. Perhaps there was a strange presence there as you were shopping. The fact that many employees who have worked in the building over the years have had what some would call a personal experience with the paranormal is likely something you never considered. Number 14. The unexplained phenomena have been seen in the skies over the town of Tofino, British Columbia. The strange lights, unexplained sounds, and other bizarre events have been reported for decades, till as close as the year 2021. The lights, which attracted the attention of a few people, were lined up together in a straight line, leading some to speculate that the object may be a UFO or another machine or object that resembles an alien. The object itself was unidentifiable in the pitch-black night sky. Final one here for today, number 15. The unexplained phenomenon of the Oakville blobs, where a strange and unexplained rain of jelly-like blobs fell from the sky in Oakville, Ontario, left scientists baffled as to what caused it. In the summer of 1994, the small town of Oakville in Washington state experienced an extraordinary phenomenon. Instead of water, it began raining blobs. Gelatinous, clear goo splattered across windscreens, covering buildings and the earth. And that's when people began getting sick. That is it for today. I will bring 15 more of mysterious, unexplainable, and weird, yet fascinating, facts available in different libraries. Stay tuned, and if you are new to my channel, click on that subscribe icon, with a bell notification, so you won't miss my next episode. Until then, take care and bye for now.